Testing. Okay. Are you ready? All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to be here this morning. We are very excited to be opening the Creativity Commons, and we're happy to have the opportunity to share it with you today. The maker movement is defined as technology-based extension of the DIY culture, where independent designers and tinkerers create new and modify existing products. The library first became involved in the maker movement in 2016 when we began offering maker kits for people to borrow. And if you're not familiar with our circulating maker kits, the kits contain things like musical instruments, crafting tools, robotic components, and scientific equipment that people can take and use outside of the library. The collection that started with 12 kits has since grown to nearly 50 and has been borrowed more than 3,800 times. With the success of those maker kits, we expanded our offerings to maker programs in 2017. These programs were a hit from the start and have only become more popular. Program participants have learned to solder, paint, etch glass, knit, and much more. The popularity of the maker kits and the programs indicated to us that our community would really appreciate a makerspace. Residents of Centerville and Washington Township tend to be technical, entrepreneurial, and active learners. The nature of makerspaces correlates with these community values. Michael Dell, the CEO of Dell Technologies, stated that collaboration equals innovation. The library is so fortunate to have this opportunity to collaborate with RecPlex in providing this innovative space. About a year ago, I pitched the idea of a shared space to Mark Metzger, the RecPlex director, and while others may have dismissed this as a crazy idea, Mark embraced the vision and saw how this space can serve the mission of both organizations. The Creativity Commons serves as a model of public entities working together and will provide many more opportunities for us to work collaboratively in the future. We look forward to welcoming summer campers, enrichment center members, and other RecPlex users while gaining another audience to hear our message of all that the library has to offer. Without the support of library and township trustees and administrators, this space would not have been possible. So thank you to all for your confidence in making this happen. Thank you to the elected official, Tom Young, who came here this morning. And I also want to thank all of those who made donations to make this space possible. The Friends of WCPL has supported our maker initiatives since the beginning by funding the purchase of the maker kits. They continued that support by making a significant donation for the makerspace this year. And also to one of our patrons, Nikki Dean, who even though said she is not technology savvy, she enthusiastically and generously donated to help purchasing the equipment. For those of you who have not had a chance to see all that this space has to offer, I invite you to explore, and I'm sure that you will agree that the Creativity Commons is bound to become a valuable community resource. All right, and up, we have Sharon Lowry, Township Trustee, here with us this morning.
I have a little hip issue that's trying to get resolved. I'm so glad to be here this morning and welcome all of you and be here at the Creativity Commons Library. And we have a proclamation, and I'm going to ask Mr. Berry if he would read that for us. Got your glasses?
Be glad to.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Lowry. Yes, on behalf of the President, Mrs. Lowry, and myself, the Vice President, Trustee Scott Paulson, our Fiscal Officer, Gary Smiga, we, of course, welcome this center to Washington Township and in the Washington Township RecPlex. So I would like to read this proclamation. Creativity Commons. Whereas it is the mission of the Washington Township RecPlex to build a shared sense of community for all by providing diverse programs in a safe and engaging environment, and whereas it is the mission of the Washington Centerville Public Library to be a dynamic leader in fueling the intellect and imagination of those they serve, and whereas the Washington Township Board of Trustees and the Washington Centerville Public Library entered into an agreement in 2022 for operating a makerspace within the building of Washington Township RecPlex East, and whereas Creativity Commons was established to provide residents a makerspace for innovation, learning, and creativity, making cutting-edge equipment and technology accessible to our entire community. And whereas Creativity Commons will be a place in which people with shared interests can gather to work on projects while sharing ideas, equipment, and knowledge, now therefore it be proclaimed by the Washington Township Board of Trustees, Montgomery County, Ohio, that Creativity Commons be recognized as a unique partnership between the township and the library, and that this joint endeavor will be recognized as an outstanding opportunity for all of our residents. Proclaimed the 16th day of June 2022, signed by the elected officials, Washington Township.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And again, we just appreciate the township's support in this project. I'd also like to introduce Tom Young, our state representative. Tom, did you want to make a comment?
At one time, Montgomery County had more patents than any place in the United States combined. And we have a tremendous history of innovation, collaboration. And in the state legislature, we recognize our libraries, but we also recognize our townships as well. When you create a partnership, you create value for the citizens and sustainability. And we're not an innovation center yet in Ohio, but we're working on that. And the exciting thing about this type of effort is that who knows? The next Michael Dell could be here, right? I have a 10-year-old who comes to the camps in the summer, and it's a tremendous value for families in this community. And then to collaborate with the libraries. I really thank you for doing that, and we'll continue to be a firm supporter of these efforts.
Thank you for coming. Okay, next I'd like to introduce our Patron Services Manager, Bill Menker. This whole thing has been Bill's dream and vision for I don't know how long. It's been a while. And so it's exciting to see him be able to bring this space to life. And so, Bill, and as I've tried to do since this has started, I am going to step out of the way and let him do his thing.
Thank you, Liz. I want to first reiterate the thanks that Liz talked about, who made this possible. The Library Board of Trustees, the Township Trustees and Administration, the RecPlex, the Friends of WCPL, and library patron Nikki Dean. Without their support, we would not be able to create this incredible community resource that you see here today. I'm going to take a few minutes to talk a little bit about the space and what we have to offer here for makers of all ages, skill levels, and experience. And what I think is the most important aspect is the wide range of possibilities. Someone who always wanted to learn how to sew, but never got around to purchasing their own machine or finding someone to teach them, can come here and create their own first garment using our sewing and embroidery machines. Someone who's heard about 3D printing, but who's never seen it done or wants to learn how to do it, is welcome to come here to learn all about the process and print their first object on one of our 3D printers. Someone who wants to make holiday gifts for their family can come here and use our laser cutter engraver to make incredible gifts customized to each recipient. Parents planning a party for their graduating senior can come here and create a large banner congratulating their new graduate. A small business who wants to create custom items for special clients or events can use our sublimation printer and our heat press to create a wide variety of promotional items like drinkware or t-shirts. Teachers can create name badges for their students with our button makers and use our large format printer to create banners and posters for their classrooms. Robotics teams from local schools can use our 3D printers and laser cutter to fabricate custom parts for their competition robots. Now, I could stand here for hours and give you example after example of things that can be done in this space. I'm not going to do that. It's getting a little warm in here right now. But I will tell you that we've been unofficially open for a couple weeks, and we've had people walk in to see the space and learn about what we're doing here. And the inevitable question is, can I make this, or can you help me create this? And the answer, with very few exceptions, is yes, we can. We have the tools and expertise in this space to turn ideas into reality. Speaking of expertise, I do want to briefly introduce the staff who will be working here in the Creativity Commons on a daily basis. I wish it were me, but I have so many other duties that I can't be here every day. I will be here frequently, but the people who will be here regularly include our Makerspace liaison, Darylyn Brewster, and we have 2 Makerspace aides, Ben Cobb and Adam Fasnacht. These are the folks, when people come here with an idea, these are the experts who will help them turn those ideas into reality. And I have a perfect example to show you all. When we started planning for this opening, the question arose about what we would use for the ribbon cutting. And I guess we could have gone to Amazon and bought a giant pair of scissors for $100. But I said, we need to make those scissors in this space. So I gave Ben my initial concept, and he ran with it and created these awesome scissors. The handles and hardware were fabricated on one of our 3D printers, and the blades were cut on our laser cutter right here, and they are beautiful and functional. So, without further ado, let's use these scissors to officially open the Creativity Commons.
Any trustees or board members that want to come be part of this, I welcome you to come up.
Dale? Representative Young?
We've got plenty of scissors. Darylyn? Great. All right. Hold.
We'll fake that first.
Okay. All right. Everybody smile, look at me. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and 3, 2, 1.
All right. So that concludes our ceremony this morning. The staff will be around to help show, kind of demonstrate some of the equipment. So feel free to wander around and take a look. So thank you again, all of you, for coming this morning. Thank you.
Did you have a fortune cookie? Is that what you were eating over here?
What did it say?
Yeah, what was your fortune? Something everyone's watching today. Fortune cookie. You don't want to step on a fortune cookie.
She did too.
This is very cool.
We took care of it, Mr. Mark. We took care of it.
Maybe we'll train the next guy. Yeah, you never know.
Doing pretty good.
Oh, no, she was. Absolutely. And you're in like every picture. Did you know that? You're right here. Should we Photoshop you out?
Maybe. Me too. I don't mind.
Do you want it? Can you?
I can. I'm sure. I was an actor. What am I doing?
Just showing off the different things.
Okay.
I'll go get the thing.
It's live, so it's on live. Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, welcome to the Creativity Commons Makerspace. It's very exciting to be here. We'll step over here real quick to take a look at our sublimation printer. This printer can be used to create mugs, shirts, mouse pads, magnets, anything you want, really. You can take an image. We put it into our heat press. We have various attachments for it to do anything you want, really. And transfer your image straight onto the object of your choice. Coming over here, we have our button press machine. This can be used to make your typical pins. We have two different sizes, a large and a small. This is great for kids, great for teachers. People love it. Only 10 cents a pin, you get 10 for $1. Great value. We have our AccuQuilt over here. This can be used for quilting. It's a very quick cutter. It can cut up to 6 layers of fabric at once. Oh, with various different dyes for cutting. Darylyn's giving us a little demonstration now.
I put in 4 layers this time. But all you have to do, if you're a quilter, this is the machine you need to come in and use. This is actually creating the binding, and you can double the fabric over.
Look at that. How many we got there? 1, 2, 3. Perfect strips cut at what? About 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and 2 1/4 inches. All sorts of shapes that you need for your quilting project. Coming around over here, we have our large format roll-in vinyl printer. This is an incredible machine. You can make posters, banners, stickers even. We have some various Creativity Commons stickers over there that were all cut on this machine. It's got a blade in there and everything, and it moves around the stickers in any shape you need it to. Very, very incredible industrial level machine available to you, people of Centerville. Coming around over here, we have obviously our embroidery machine and our sewing machine. It's a heavy duty sewing machine, great machine. And the Brother embroidery, that is computer run. It can make anything you want, really, and we can help you design whatever it is you would like to put in it. Vectors. Oh, looks like it's running now, actually. It is incredibly fast. All right. Isn't that awesome? Now then, stepping right over. Obviously, we've got a little bit of a crowd, but we can see over here is our Glowforge laser cutter. That is one of the most incredible laser cutters in the planet, I gotta say. You can cut woods, plastics, you can engrave glass, you can cut leather. All sorts of things can go in there, get laser etched or laser cut. Any design. The giant scissors, the blades of those were created on that machine. And we have plenty of material available for it as well. You can also bring in your own, of course. All right, getting a little bit through the crowd. We're almost done here. We've got 3 3D printers. This is where my expertise really comes in. We have a Prusa i3 Mark III's and 2 FlashForge 3D printers. Now then, the FlashForges are some of your great consumer-grade 3D printers. They are entirely enclosed. You can print ABS on these. ABS is a very, very notably fickle filament, and you need an enclosure for it. This can do it. The build volume, we're looking at about 5 inches by 5 inches. So a bit on the small side compared to the Prusa, which gets us a little over 9 inches in both directions and about 10 inches up and down. This project that we see here currently was designed by a kid. He got onto Tinkercad, created his own chess set, came in and 3D printed it here at this space. He came in the other day as well and printed them in silver, so he's got a full set. These machines are truly incredible, and there is just endless possibilities for what you can do with them. So, I believe that covers pretty much every piece of equipment we've got here at the Creativity Commons Makerspace. Thanks for taking this little tour with me. All right.
Anybody else that needs?
I mean, obviously. Sure. I've given a tour already, so I don't know if you have anything else to say.
Oh, I don't know if I have anything specific to say. I've been wanting to do this space for a long time, and it's finally come to fruition here today. It's just very exciting that we can offer this excellent community resource to all our local citizens. Yep.
We're good. All right. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Sheldon, is there anyone else that we want on the live stream before we go ahead and cut? Are we good to cut? Thanks. Awesome. Okay.